Your tale of the tape for this professional bout. Tadhg Linnane is 0-1 as a fighter. It's a debut for Dave Hill. 34 years of age is Linnane, 31 is Hill. Similar heights, same weight. Two highly competitive fighters on the amateur scene, Phil, and two fighters you're familiar with, a friend in Tadhg Linnane and a training partner in Dave Hill.
A friend and training partner of Dave Hill. Very difficult fight for me to sit here and remain composed, but fantastic amateurs. Tadhg 6-4 as an amateur, a former super lightweight champion in Clan Wars. Dave Hill 10-4 as an amateur, a former super lightweight champion of Clan Wars. Two former amateur champions now competing as professional super lightweights inside the Clan Wars cage.
Linnane is in the black trunks, and God knows what colour Dave Hill is in. He's wearing a Forest of shorts. Your third man in the cage is Mr. Tadhg Linnane. This is going to be a fun fight, and we are underway.
Not only are both these men former champions, but this is also a rematch of a 2017 amateur bout.
I'm intrigued to see Tadhg Linnane, Phil. Sorry for talking across. He's moved to Team KF.
Tadhg Linnane landed some heavy ground and pound, staying composed, decides to stand off Dave Hill.
I was going to say, I'm intrigued to see new wrinkles in his game as a Team KF fighter, as we spoke about at the top of the show, and we've just seen it with a savage left hand that dropped Dave Hill.
You can see a complete change in the stance of Tadhg Linnane too. Keep him very wide, switching stances. Looks very, very calm in there.
And has Hill shaking the cobwebs of that flash knockdown. Looks for that left hand again. He's just pawing out that.
Dave Hill able to cover up there.
Hill's coming back with a strong right hand of his own, but Linnane was out of range. And if I didn't feel, I'd say it's a much more aggressive Tadhg Linnane we're seeing.
Well, you think of the level of guys he has to train with at Team KF. Ian Gorry, Chris Fields, Conrad Iwanowski, James Webb. Should I go on?
Beautiful kick to the body by Linnane.
Just turned the shin over beautifully there. Dave Hill seems like he's still trying to get a read on Tadhg, still trying to download the data. Maybe eats a knee. Dave Hill in on a single.
But the threat of the guillotine, and that looks real, Phil. That's tight.
Oh, that's a tight guillotine.
Linnane turns the corner with it, using it. Good work by Hill to survive that. That looked tight.
That's a big takedown for Dave Hill, known for his wrestling. These are the waters in which Dave Hill wants to swim. Trying to work in on his own guillotine here, no.
Linnane back to his feet.
Knee to the head for Dave Hill if he chooses so.
Linnane was aware of it and was throwing up the arms to block, but compelling fight so far. We're just coming up to 2 minutes, and it's been 2 minutes of action.
I'll be honest, Noel, the nerves are hanging clean out of me for this fight.
I can only imagine. You cheer for one and you're disappointed for the other. You're in a weird predicament there, Phil. Be like me, just don't be friends with fighters.
That's not your choice though, Noel. Moving swiftly on, you can see Dave trying to get in on that takedown. Obviously, Dave has been working diligently on
that
his
guillotine
wrestling.
choke again, Phil.
Tadhg switches the hand position on it, lets it go, trying to defend the takedown.
He's almost using it as a defensive mechanism to stop the takedown. Throwing Travis Brown, Kiefer Crosby style elbows there. Looking for that knee, stepped in and
just shy. You could see that was millimeters away from connecting with the chin of Dave Hill.
This time throws a big right hand and evades that takedown. Sort of telegraphed by Dave Hill that time.
Needs to set that up with the strikes, and that's exactly what Peter Duncan in the corner of Dave Hill will be telling him.
Chopping the leg down. Tadhg Linnane spent a lot of time in Thailand as well at Tadhg, so expect heavy leg kicks from him.
Dave needs to start putting combinations together instead of looking for that one-hitter quitter punch.
I would say Linnane is just breathing heavily out of his mouth the last couple of seconds. And in fairness to Dave Hill, he's keeping a lot of pressure. He is walking down Linnane.
And you can see the cardio of Dave Hill by virtue of the fact he was able to recover from that knockdown.
Yeah, great point. Looking for that left hand again, and just
Tadhg seems to be swinging that a little bit too wild for my liking right now.
That can be a problem when you have success with something. You just keep going to the well, and chasing him with the uppercut there was Dave Hill.
Both men seem to have settled into a slightly more mutually agreed upon rhythm in the fight now.
I think they've both earned each other's respect there in the opening 3 minutes of this one.
Tadhg needs to keep those hands up.
But all of a sudden, every time they reset, it's Dave Hill who's almost jogs back into the position to take the center.
Minute left in the first round here. Absolutely flown by. You can see them marking up on the leg of Tadhg Linnane there in front of us.
the low hands of Linnane, and he's just switching stances as well. Nice heavy leg kick that turned Hill.
Hill's going to need to start checking a few of those.
But he keeps switching from southpaw to orthodox. Nice uppercut by Hill, and just missed with the right hand. Linnane fires back at it. Big right hand by Hill.
These men are absolutely firing at one another. Interestingly though, we haven't seen an elbow being thrown in close quarters by either man.
Just looks to be a little cut just opening up on the right eye of Tadhg Linnane from that exchange. But Dave Hill has grown into this fight. The more it's come on, he's comfortable in striking there now.
It's almost as if Dave needed to be hit to remind himself that he's in a competitive fight here.
Beautiful catch and trip by Tadhg Linnane, and compelling first round again. I'm loving this matchup. And plenty of feints by Linnane, and it is, Phil, if you were to look back at old footage of Tadhg Linnane at Clan Wars,
completely
different fighter.
Yeah, 100%. And that shows just what the guys up at Team KF, Tom King, Chris Fields, what they can do with the fighter. They can take a guy who was a very good amateur and turn him into a solid pro.
Here we are, some of the highlights, and I would imagine this is the big hand that drops Dave Hill. And you can see this changing his stances by Linnane. He was orthodox and switches to southpaw as Hill comes in.
Big looping overhand.
Just switched, and there's the left hand from that switch. So he was standing orthodox, switches to southpaw, and huge success with it. But credit to Hill, Phil, he kept coming forward, and he was the one that was pressuring Linnane. But again, it's the style change of Linnane. That knee landed beautiful, but this is a close fight with great moments for both fighters.
Right now, if I were to say who's looking ever so slightly fresher, I would say Dave's the one that's breathing not as heavy right now. You have to give Tadhg Linnane credit, not only for realising that he needed to make the change to another gym, but travelling from Galway to Dublin to train with the guys at Team KF.
I think that speaks volumes about what they're doing up in Team KF. Second round, be interesting to see, is the gas tank still there? Lands that left hand, but Hill takes it and comes back with a big counter of his own.
Dave seems to be wise to it now.
It's as you said, Phil, he was going a little to the well with that left hand, maybe Linnane, and needs to set it up a little bit more.
First elbow thrown in anger in the fight.
Nice exchange that time.
That's another big shot. Dave Hill proving he has a chin in this fight. And on the single, may run the pipe on it, looks to hook.
Nice elbow on the inside, and they are on the temple, and they hurt. Beautiful work again. The corner screaming for it.
Again, that speaks to just how difficult the head positioning is.
I think Hill could be a little hurt here, Phil. I think either the equilibrium or just a little dazed from them elbows. There's a big
cut on the hairline.
Big cut on the hairline of Dave Hill from them elbows. And we can see perhaps why he dropped. I think it's in the hairline. But that is a face of crimson is going to come, and
he got caught again with a big right from Tadhg.
But Hill is like a character from The Walking Dead. He just keeps coming forward.
Doesn't seem to be impeded by it at all. It doesn't seem to be directly over the eye, which is a good thing for Hill. It's not going to drip into the eye and impede the vision
from the eye. But just goes to show them elbows the damage they can cause.
So you want to be a pro fighter.
Nice knee. Dave Hill constantly coming forward, trying to throw an elbow of his own, and transitions looking for the takedown.
Used the momentum of that elbow brilliantly to roll into a takedown.
Fantastic action here at Clan Wars 37. Noel O'Keefe, Phil Campbell calling the action in this pro bout. Tadhg Linnane and Dave Hill putting it all on the line. Just missed with a elbow there, did Hill.
You have to give credit to Dave Hill for taking the fight to Tadhg Linnane, for constantly putting the pressure on him. But then on the transverse of that, you have to wonder how much that's taking out of Dave Hill.
Nothing landed there. Big shots, but Linnane done well to get out of it. Steps in with an elbow. And Linnane,
nice uppercut.
Beautiful work by Hill inside that clinch, and the blood seems to have stemmed and stopped. Hill throwing heavy shots, but Linnane just out of reach of them.
What a fight this is turning into.
Buries that leg kick.
Big deep breath from Dave Hill. Big deep breath from Tadhg Linnane.
Just halfway point of the second round here, and Hill just off range with that right hand, and Linnane is doing just enough swaying and head movement and feints to get out of the way, get off that center line.
See Tadhg Linnane trying to dig in for that underhook, achieves it well. Oh, nice little pot shot elbow from Dave Hill.
And Linnane might look to circle and turn away here. Try frame and get off the cage, but excellent work by Hill. Putting the pressure on.
Nice head control
changing
again.
level, giving different options.
Dave Hill trying to get in on that single again. Gets it.
Just under 2 minutes to work. Linnane
seems to be trying to fight for the Kimura.
Yeah, it looks like the Kimura grip. But again, Phil, as we said earlier on, it's not for the actual submission. It's for the potential of sweep, I believe.
Dave Hill very good at the Kimura. But beautiful work from Tadhg Linnane to use that to his advantage.
Now it's going for the submission. Now it's no longer sweep land.
How can Dave defend it?
Defends it well, but beautiful work by Tadhg Linnane to use that guillotine or the Kimura to reverse the situation. Excellent awareness by him and good defense by Dave Hill when it got to the point of submission attempt.
Dave needs to be careful not to give his back. Does beautifully here, continuing to turn in to Tadhg Linnane. Beautiful work from Dave Hill.
Beautiful work.
Landing elbows at will.
A minute to go in the second round here. Big shots by Dave Hill on top.
Tadhg Linnane looks unfazed by them. But they are accumulating points.
Yeah, he's got to improve his position here.
Momentarily, I thought Dave was going to step over for the Kimura there, something which he is incredibly good at.
Inside information, it sounds like you've been on the end of that a few times, Phil.
It has not been pleasant, no. But beautiful work with the elbows from Dave Hill, trying to maximize his output with only 30 seconds left.
Big elbows. Right on the ear of Tadhg Linnane.
Dave trying to slide through into side control. Momentarily thought about that crucifix position we saw earlier from Mark Gallivan. Again, Dave Hill with the elbows, trying to frame off.
Phil, you mentioned no elbows in the first round, and the gentlemen have certainly made up for that. Dave Hill, momentum.
Just with that paper cutter position. Dave Hill going to finish the round on top.
Again, superb fight. Linnane a little slow to get to his feet after that. Hill in the corner again. Dave Kavanagh, cutman, will be looking closely at that. Liam Bowes in the opposite corner. Just had a quick look at Linnane's eye. It's not an open cut, more of a scratch, so no attention. But Dave Kavanagh will be working on that cut. But here we are, Phil. The exchange of elbows in between this and a firefight breaking out.
And it was, again, it's the wrestling and positional control of Dave Hill that I think is keeping him alive in this fight. Tadhg trying to land that big overhand again.
There's a beautiful right hand in that exchange here, but a blood-soaked Linnane in the blood of Hill and just swinging. And Linnane is doing a great job, Phil, of just avoiding and evading them shots. But it was a scramble at the end of the round here that allowed Dave Hill to finish the round in top position. But this is an extremely well-matched fight here. Dave Hill, pro debut, looking to get his first win. Second pro fight for Tadhg Linnane, looking to get his hand raised for the first time in the pro ranks. Third round, we get a little wink from Dave Hill, who's certainly enjoying it.
I have never seen a man as happy to engage in combat as Dave Hill. It's literally where he's at his happiest.
And Linnane still fighting with the hands low. Good combinations. Dave Hill lands a nice uppercut in that exchange. Nice knee by Linnane to respond. Hill putting the pressure and head pressure against Linnane against the cage.
And this is where the conditioning comes into play. If this were an amateur fight, it would be finished by now. We've gone 10 minutes. This is already longer than an amateur fight. Let's see, once again, can the wrestling of Dave Hill. Beautiful little shot pot elbow.
And that is where Dave Hill's having a lot of success. In these close quarters, he just disengages by a fraction and lands nice little shots. Good and he's constantly making Tadhg Linnane work. That's what Dave Hill is doing throughout this fight, constantly making Linnane work. Great head position again.
Dave needs to be careful of leaving space. And I was about to say Dave needed to be careful of leaving the space. Now it's Dave filling the space with those beautiful knees.
And Chris Fields just calling for action and getting his fighter off the cage. Beautiful knee by Dave Hill there, and an elbow.
Lovely clinch work from both men.
A big left hand landed by Linnane. A left hand was landed by Hill in that exchange too.
Both men threw those shots from their hips. These are gunslingers when they break. If Dave Hill could score a takedown at this stage, it would be pivotal.
Linnane ends on top.
But Dave trying to get out the back.
He's got to get out the back door. He's got to watch the arm. Linnane looking for it.
Dave Hill, a very experienced blue belt. Manages to get out, needs to stack. Squares off the hips beautifully inside the guard of Tadhg Linnane. Ladies and gentlemen, Dave the Thrill Hill.
Well done, Dave Hill. Linnane was hunting for an arm, but he finds himself on the bottom, foot on the hip, looking to push away. But Dave Hill, after being rocked in the first round, cut in the second round, finds himself in top position here in the third and final round.
Takes the mount on Tadhg, may even take his back. Has both hooks in, flattens him out.
Flattens Linnane
It's under
out.
the chin, it looks under the chin, Noel. Has he connected bicep to bicep? Tadhg Linnane looks like he may tap. There's the tap! Ladies and gentlemen, Dave Hill with his win in his pro debut. Beautiful work, avenges the ghosts and the demons of 2017 with the finish win. Ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 as a pro, Dave the Thrill Hill.
I was starting to say that Dave Hill was dropped in the first round, cut in the second round. As we get to that point, he's landing big shots here in the third. A beautiful elbow, responded by Linnane, but then he stretches him out. As soon as he stretches him out, the hand goes under the chin, and you can instantly see Linnane's hand go up, almost an acceptance of checkmate. If this was a chess game, yes, you've got me. I had no option but to tap. What a fight and what a performance by Dave the Thrill Hill. Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Mr. Tadhg Linnane, has called a stop to the action at 2 minutes and 22 seconds of round number 3. For your winner, via rear naked choke, Dave Thrill Hill! Please hold your applause for Tadhg Linnane!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with your winner, Dave the Thrill Hill. Dropped in the first round, cut in the third round, winner by rear naked choke. How does that feel, Dave?
It feels amazing. That was definitely the hardest fight that I've ever had, and I can't believe I actually got the win back.
You're of course alluding to the fact that you fought Tadhg in 2017 and getting the win back in your pro debut. What was the transition like going from being an established amateur into the pro ranks?
It was a big step up. I went away to Bali MMA during the summer, trained really high-level guys, and then when I got matched up with Tadhg, I knew I had to work on my cardio. He's such a high-level athlete that I think any other pro debut fight would have been not even close to what Tadhg could present, and he was a real challenge.
That's you now, 1-0 as a pro. Was the transition to try out the pro waters, see what it felt like, one and done, or do you want another fight at pro?
I'll definitely want another fight at pro. The rules are far better for me, especially getting to use elbows with my wrestling. I was able to even implement the tight clinch and get a couple of knees. I think I caught Tadhg just on the chin. I think that really made a difference, actually getting the win.
Dave, get yourself out there. There's loads of people want to buy you a beer. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time for Dave the Thrill Hill!